Well, welcome everyone to eSeniors GT3 Championship. This is the Saturday race, and this is Midfield Madness for that Saturday race. My name is Mike Molesky, and we're going to be coming to you from Donington Park in England. Yes, a penultimate race of the season, and it was an exciting race, I believe. I watched it from the back end. Apologize for doing this on Saturday or Sunday morning. I just ran out of energy and time yesterday. These things take quite a bit of time. So without further ado, let's start talking about this race. It was not a very good race for me. I ended up at the back because I had a technical problem. I ended up with my pit stop menu on my screen the whole time and couldn't figure out why, and was madly trying to rack my brain on it. And it kind of ruined my race because I couldn't tell what position I was in, who was behind me. So I just let everybody go by me so I wouldn't ruin somebody else's race. But me and Terry Torrance and I think it was Torrance, had a great race. Anyway, at the back, as usually is, it's always fun to race with somebody. And we did have a great race at the end. I'll show you that. But anyway, yeah, I did realize what my problem was. I have multiple screens, and my mouse control was not on this game window. So that none of my buttons or menus on my Stream Deck worked. So that was a pain in the ass and ruined my race. But hey, lessons learned. Anyway, let's get back to the race. Let's review what the standings were before the race started. So I did some math, and I'm hoping I did it right for the standings before the race started, because just race did cause the standings to change in a number of categories. So that's very exciting, or tightened a lot of the races. So let's start with what are we calling it? Platinum. In first place with 333 points. If my math was correct before the race started, was John Saunders. Next, in second place with 304. So only 29 points behind, and there's 48 points up for grabs, and that had an effect this week, is Brad Mears. So Brad Mears, yes. Steve Young was in third place with 280 points. And yeah, so that the race, you'll see the race was pretty exciting in that regard. Mircea Paunoff did race yesterday. Luckily, his power was up all day. He is in fourth place with 231 points. Fifth, Steve Howells with 202, and Craig Holmes in sixth, all the way back with 164. So in silver, leading Daniel Britos. Leading Michael McLennan with 267 points. In second place with 266, super tight, Danielle Britos with 266, only 1 point separating those two boys. So that's a race to watch today, where those guys ended up, especially in qualifying. Terry Throwbridge in third place with 239, not that far behind. Jeremy Arobas in fourth place. I believe he's jumped up a spot from a while back. Yes, because Peter David in fifth place with 236, fourth place with 236. Oh, I let the bag out there. Jeremy jumped up one space because Peter David hasn't been racing for the last couple of weeks. He's been working. So he's in fourth place with 236, and Jeremy had 210 points. In sixth is Thomas Rainier with 186. And in seventh, Randy Zimmer with 178. So that's pretty close. Let's go to the bronze category. In first place, running away with the league, and I don't think anybody can catch him, is Neil Leader. Do I hear silver in his future? 317 points. Second, Brian Banks with 272 points. Third, Eric Langlois with 216. So those three places look pretty solid. Except, no, I shouldn't say that. In fourth, there's Richard Coulombe with 206. So third and fourth are pretty much up for grabs. Only 10 points separating those two. And Frank Tennant in fifth place. Way to go, Frank, 216. So fourth is in reach there also. Only 10 points separating, 20 points separating third, fourth, and fifth. Kevin Torrance in 6th with 178. So yes, the standings are still up for grabs. So we'll have to watch some of those races. Let me make myself a couple of notes of where it is close. These three are close. That's Eric Richard and Frank Tennant. And the next ones that are close are second and third in platinum, and in silver. Oh yeah, first and second, very close. And second and third and fourth. Okay, so we'll watch those races today. All right, with no further ado here. Oh, let me mention our sponsors again. Let me put the screen up first. I will go through a track walk to show you how people qualified. So hold on, let me find that. Everybody on the stream here? Nobody's watching right now. Unfortunately, nobody's watching. But anyway, that'll be fine. We'll get that going later. There we go, transition. And yeah, so there we go. That is our leaderboard. Let me walk up to the front here. There we go. Let's do a grid walk here. So in first place in platinum was John Saunders. Yes, John Saunders. Love his livery. Next, oops, what's going on here? Steve Young. In third place, Brad Mears, sorry. In fourth place, Mircea Paunoff. Fifth place, Paul Noves. Sixth place, Stephen Howells. All platinum guys. Craig Holmes in the Thunderbird in seventh. Rogerio Santos in eighth place. And our first silver category, Danielle Britos, qualified first for silver. Randy Zimmer is next, close behind. Peter LaFrance in platinum. That's a fairly new livery for Peter. Terry Howard in the Ferrari. Neil Leader, first in the bronze category, way up there in 13th place. Oh yes, I feel silver coming on for next season. Robert Albando, Jeremy in the Rocket McLaren. Terry Throwbridge, Richard Coulomb, second place in the bronze category. Shell V-Power Ferrari. Thomas Rainier in the Porsche. Is he the first Porsche? Yeah, he's the first Porsche. Qualified in 18th place. Michael McClellan in his familiar colors. Richard McKay, that's a Coca-Cola. Wow, that's a Coca-Cola livery for sure. Lee Ellis in the blue Porsche. I don't know if we've got his proper livery or not. I forgot to update my liveries before the show here. Joaquim Rodriguez, and I don't think we have his livery. I think everybody has a problem with that livery. Brian Banks. So Rodriguez was third in that's the podium in bronze category. There's Brian Banks. Willie Owens, I don't think we have his livery either. Sorry, Willie. Ken Schmidt. Ooh, what happened there? I lost the. Wow, I wonder why I jumped to the that view. Ken Schmidt, Caballero. Let me just see if I can find that. Hang on 1 second. Scroll through all the cameras. Some reason we lost the view here. I'm going to go back up to Rodriguez and catch the right camera angle. There's the right camera angle. Where were we? Ken Schmidt, Caballero. Did we lose all of them? There, we got mine back. That's funny that those camera angles don't appear on those cars. There's my wonderful new livery. Mike Molesky door name on the door. Had a fairly good qualification there. 27th. Jean-Marie Groslo, Eric Langlois, James Parks, blue McLaren or green McLaren. I love that color. Brad Miller. Getting to know everybody's names here. Kevin Torrance in the big, mean M6. He is the only guy racing an older car. And I raced with him later with two vintage, two types of BMWs. Going to have a race later. Frank Tennant in the big old Bentley. And last but not least is Aaron Shannon. I believe Aaron is there because he had to start at the back. All right, so let's get back to the top here. I have not reviewed this race, so I'm not quite sure where what is going to happen here. I'll do a little bit of a start back and forth because let's catch all the action. Those of you who haven't watched Midfield Madness before, I have to do this through replays, so it's not quite the same as the live stream. Anyway, there we go. Let's get started here. And yes, we've got, I'm going to drop that sound down a little bit on the desktop. Whew, that was a weird camera angle. Okay, here we go. I think we're going to go green in a second here. There we go. And let's see if Sky Young, Steve can, looks like everybody is going good here. We're going to catch these first guys through the beginning of the race here. Just to see if any action, not too much going on. And we get down to single file. I will restart all this and watch the back end start. Everything looks good. I'll go back to the top here for the next few corners. Ooh, there's some excitement there with Santos. There was one bump. But that, so that was a little bit of a bump there. Okay, now I'm going to go back and watch the back here. Hang on, pause. Let me find the beginning again. Are we racing yet here? I don't know, we're not racing, so hold on. Let me find the back of the pack. So yeah, there was no replay yesterday, or there was no live stream yesterday, so I had to, I'm doing the whole race here today, so it's going to be fun. Oh, before I forget, I've been remiss to mention our sponsors the last couple of races, so let me do that right now while we're on pause. Syndeo, fine purveyors of consulting services in the Montreal area with business communications. Your technical communication needs can all be handled by Syndeo. Sim3D, makers of some excellent sim racing equipment. I've not had any trials from them yet. Maybe I can do that. Somebody send me something. I'll review it possibly. Anyway, yeah, so Sim3D, great equipment there. And last but not least, Castle and Crown, purveyors of event equipment or event products and magic wands and potions. So yeah, look them up on the internet. So let's go back to the game here. And we will start maybe in the middle. Let me start with Brian, I think, the top. Well, you know what? Let me go with Britos. We'll just do a silver start here. There we go. Let's watch what happens with the silver guys. It's going to, camera angle flipped around. There we go. So there's Britos. And Zimmer's right next to him. See what happens in the first corner. Anything going on just a little bit further back? No. Let's go back to Britos and Zimmer. Follow them through the first couple of corners. Looks like Zimmer got the advantage on Britos. Britos falling back. Nothing too much happening here. There we go. Let's go through the next corner. Where's my Britos? Up here. Well, it's very hard for me to figure. Oh, there's that little bump that happened. There's Britos again. And Zimmer. Okay, so there that was fairly good. So let me stop it again, and we'll go back here to the tail end and see what happened for the back end. Where are we here? Oh, we're racing. Let's go back a little bit further. There we go. All right, now we're back here in the back end. Oop, nope, we're not in the back end. Here we go. Start with Willie here. There we go. There's racing. There's racing happening now. So we flipped around. You know what? I am going to pause here. We got a better angle. Yeah, the camera view. Oh, look at that. What's happening in the corner there? Who's that up ahead? Look at that. 4 wide, almost 3 wide. That is, who is that? With Rodriguez. Brian Banks, that's too far back, Rodriguez. That is McLennan there. Okay, McClellan. There's McClellan. All right, let's just watch this one happening through the first corner. Oh, a little bump at McLennan. I didn't know that. That was okay. Now it's just a little bump. A little bit of action back here, too. I just follow everybody through the next couple corners. There's a bunch together. Everybody's pretty good, however, for all that action. For all that action. Let's just see what happens at the back end through the next corners, though. Oop, went too fast. Not too much going on there. That angle's not very good. That angle's not. This is the camera angle I like for this track. Okay, now, ooh, look at that, a drive-through from Parks. Wonder what that was for. Already a drive-through. Okay, let's just go back to the top here and let's just see what's happening. Who is in first place? That is Saunders, followed by Young, followed by Brad Mears. Yep, so that is the lead. Has not changed. No changes there. Let's just follow these guys for a little while. Very difficult to keep things going. Oh, it looks like Steve Young. He's got a pass here. Is he going to get it? Be able to make a stick? He's got the inside track. Yes, he does. Oh, nice job, guys. No, Steve not. He was was able to. Let me back that up. Was Steve ahead? Let's back that up. Steve is ahead there. Is it Saunders that gets the lead back? That is Saunders there. Number 10. Steve tries to get something going here. What happens? Why did they get so close together? Did I not go back far enough? Anyway, Saunders is way ahead here. All right, so anyway. Okay, let me just forget about that. Let's see here. We got Brad. That is another bump. Let's go back 5 seconds and see what happened there. We are on with Brad Mears, and that is Paunoff ahead of him, and he touches him and goes wide. He's going to lose lots of places because of that. Woo! That's a big one. Let's find some other spots here. There's LaFrance going a little wide. Thomas Rainier close. And remember, I cannot see the live action. Steve Ellis. I can't see. It only updates the tower when we get to. There's some action near the end. I'm still in 22nd. I was in 22nd place. Oof. And that is Hugo behind me. That is me there. And let's see some other action here. Roberto Bondo. There's Frank moving his way up the ladder as usual. All right, so where have we got in terms of leaders now? We got John Saunders here leading the pack with Steve Young not very far behind and Murche a couple of seconds, but Steve Howells, there's a grouping here. It's pretty close. All these guys are in the same class. All right, so those are all close. Got Terry Howard. What do we got in silver? We've got Randy Zimmer right here, followed by Britos, who's fairly far behind, but Howard is right behind him. And in the bronze class, we've got Rodriguez leading here in the BMW, followed by Leader right behind him. So there's going to be a race. Willie Owens is quite a ways back. So that is our leaders at the moment with not very much time gone. All right, let's just see where we'll start following some racing, some close battles here. Where's a close one? There's a close one. Lee Ellis on Richard McKay. Looks like Richard got passed here. Who is that behind Richard? That is Brian Banks. Where did Richard go? Where is Richard? Is he ahead? Well, I guess he's ahead of him. Right, so these guys are battling for position right here. No, they're not. Ellis is in the silver category. There's Brian. Let's go back a couple more. There's Hugo and me, Mike Molesky there. Had a great start, but I'm struggling now because I can't figure out where I am in terms of everybody else. And he's in a Mustang, Hugo. Nice. There's a few Mustangs out there. Hugo and Brian Miller. Let's see how Hugo does in that Mustang. Beautiful looking car. Let's take a look if I can find a good view of him. Notice that on the stream. Or on the grid walk. Oh, I'm trying to pass him. Am I going to make it stick? No, I'm not. Took a look. That's not a very good view. There's a better view. I'm taking a look here on that Mustang with BMW. Two cars that I owned. I own an M4, sort of. I own a 4 Series electric car, and I owned a 2015 Mustang until I sold it, convertible. So that's interesting, and I like the... well, let's look at the driver view for that Mustang. Are we on the Mustang? Yes, we are. Oh, that doesn't look anything like my Mustang, I'm sorry to say. All right. Let's look some more. What's going on at the back? Richard Coulomb was way back there. What happened to him? And he's got McLennan behind him. So McLennan had a problem too. Let's see if we can catch where McLennan had a problem. And he had a problem again. Look at that. So I'm missing some of this action. I can't see yellow flags. So Michael McLennan, that's going to have a significant bearing on the standings, I'm sure. I am still battling. I'm going to give myself some airtime here. I'm still battling, looking for some... There, look, I got the inside. Am I going to get past Obando? Or Caballero, sorry. Look at that Mustang take off. Oh, you got a better exit than I do, side by side. And through this chicane, we both go wide. I remember that. Yeah, I just followed him in. Oh, he went wide. Did I stay out? Yes, I did. Oh, and I touched the other Mustang. That is, who's the other Mustang? Brian Miller, way up there. Holy smokes. So anyway, I got by Hugo. Had a little bit of a bump with who's ahead of me there. Oh, that's Ken Schmidt. There's 3 Mustangs out there. Sorry. Had a little bit of a bump there. Let's see what's going on behind here. So we got the tail end there. We got McLennan trying to catch back up with everybody. What's going up at the top? Oh, well, Steve Young is still in contention here with John Saunders. And Merche is 4 seconds back. So those 2 guys are just taking off. Steve Powell's, they've got a little good battle going here with these guys. These are all silver guys. Paul Noves and... Holmes, and we've got Randy Zimmer in 7th place leading the silvers, followed by Daniel Britos. No, Daniel's quite far behind, so Randy's way up there. There's Howard. This is quite a little grouping here. Howard, LaFrance. Everybody's in play here. Let's go down back here. We got Ken Schmidt. It's really unfortunate. Oh, he's right. I'm right behind him. It's unfortunate that the replay doesn't show live timing, because it sure would help. I can't see the battles as they're happening. Frank Tennant was right behind Eric, but he seemed to have lost some space. There was something going on at the back. Let's go back behind here. Well, that's still these guys battling it out. Torrance, McLennan, and Coulomb. Let's go back up here, see what's going on with the top. John Saunders is still ahead of Steve Young. I'm just going to go back looking for packs here. I think that's what I'll do for... These guys are all a second apart or so. Lots of good action, however. There's Randy Zimmer catching up with Craig Holmes. Let's just see if he makes up any ground. But behind here, there's a big pack. That is Terry Howard, followed by LaFrance and Santos. And then Santos looks like he's taking a crack here. So this is a good grouping. We'll watch that one. Thomas Rainier at the back there. Let's just see. Now we go back 4 seconds, and we've got Terry Throwbridge with Jeremy and Rodriguez. Joaquim. See if that's going to happen. And we go back a few seconds. We're going to see Willie Owens, followed by McKay. McKay looks like he's just had a little bit of a wiggle on the outbound there. This is probably the best way to do this. There is Aaron Shannon and myself and Hugo. We're all quite a bit apart. Again, Schmidt, who's getting harassed by Richard Coulomb, and it looks like McLennan has passed Miller finally. I know there was I think Merche. Somebody got a disqualification. That might have been Jeremy Parks. I forget who it was. Anyway, let's go back and see what's going on. What is going on at the front? It's still good. Still good. But the next pack. Oh, there's Merche. What am I saying? There is Merche. Marlboro. And we've got Howells and Paul Noves. There is Greg Holmes, and Zimmer is trying to chase him down. Zimmer is in first place in silver. Who is in first place? Joaquin Rodriguez is in first place in the bronze. Let's get back to these guys. Britos has got a bit of a lead over Howard there, but he is getting harassed by Peter LaFrance in that big old BMW. So this grouping is very close. 5 cars there. Last guy is Thomas Rainier. These guys, Jeremy's still on Terry Throwbridge's tail. Let's follow this one for a little bit. I'm going to start following some of these races a little bit longer here. This Willie was right behind Lee Ellis there for a bit. Lee Ellis is right on Brad McKay's tail. Let's follow this one. That's a Porsche against a Ferrari. Richard is a avid Porsche owner, so it's going to be seeing that in his rear view mirror right now. Whoa, and Lee Ellis just hit that side tail end, hit the grass a little. Didn't seem to have affected him too much. He's got Willie right behind him. Willie's having a great race today. He's actually caught up a little bit. Okay, what's happening somewhere else? I am still chasing down Hugo. Looks like I got a bit of a problem there, because I've got Eric behind me. There's Eric. Again, I was just so... Oh, there's something going on right here. That is Obando and Richard Coulomb. We are 16 minutes in. We're in lap 8 of 33. Let's follow this one. This looks like a little juicy battle for 27th. That's Frank ahead of him. Let's see if Obando gets by him. Let's follow this one for a while. Take a quick peek to see how the leaders are doing. Oh, Steve Young has fallen behind a little bit. Okay, well that's not happening too much. There's a grouping here. We've got Steve Howells. Sorry, Paul Noves, Steve Howells, and Merche. Let's just get on board for a while. Let's get on board with Paul. And, my voices are quite high there. I'm going to drop my voice levels down a little bit. And I wasn't watching my volumes too much. And let's just get on board here a little bit with Steve Howells, who's trying to chase down Merche. Merche had power problems yesterday on the GT2 race. He had a power problem in his home country, so he disappeared after qualifications. Okay, let's just quickly. There was Zimmer on Holmes. Terry Howard back there with Mears and Santos. Everybody's kind of spread out slightly there. Here looks like a little battle. These guys are still battling out. Rodriguez, who is leading in the bronze category, with Jeremy and Terry Throwbridge. So let's go back and see who is leading in. So Terry Zimmer is leading by a lot in the silver category. He's almost 5 seconds up on Danny Britos. And Danny is a few seconds up on third place. In bronze, we've got Rodriguez, 4 seconds up on leader. who is, and in third place is Brian Banks, and he's probably 3 or 4 seconds. So we don't have too many battles for the podiums here in the different categories. So we'll have to watch that as things go down. Let's find, oh, there's a battle. There's Obando and Langlois. Let's follow this one. A Porsche and a Ferrari and a Porsche, I should say. Oh, looks like, let's get on board with Bando. He's got a long straight to see if the Ferrari can catch up to the Porsche on the straight. Looks like he's moving that gap a little bit. Closing that gap quite a bit. My volumes are in the red all the time. Oh, and the chicane. The Ferrari, there was a lot of action there. Let's just see if the Ferrari's got the inside track on this corner. And he is, look at that, side by side. Ferrari's got the inside track though, and he passes him. Oh, and I'm going to go back a couple of seconds and watch that other battle after this. And the Porsche's going to make that stick through the last corner. Yes, he is. Okay, I'm going to go back a few seconds because there was some excitement at the end there. Let's go back and watch, go back a couple of cars. Right here, I believe. So that's Frank Coulomb. Let's go to a different view. There we go. Look at that lineup here. So that was our race that we were watching before. Let's see, assuming you can see my mouse. Let's just get that going. So there's 3 guys coming into this corner. Let's see what happens. There's Frank on the left. And that is Coulomb, I believe. Oh, did Zimmer? Did I just miss? Did Zimmer? Let me go back a few seconds. Did Zimmer? Yeah, Zimmer got ahead of Schmidt. Is that Zimmer? Not Schmidt, sorry, got ahead of McLennan. So this is a grouping we could watch for a bit. McLennan's trying to get by there. He got 1 place, I should say. Yep, he did get 1 place. This is a good battle. We've got it's Coulomb trying to hold off McLennan. And Schmidt is behind. So I think Schmidt lost a place and all that. Let's just watch this one through these. Coming up the hill. McLennan's not going to make any time there. 2 Ferraris. Look at how much they're getting close together now. This is that corner that is high speeds. Look at that. Schmidt just had a wiggle, but didn't affect him too much because he's catching up to McLennan. These 3 guys are just at it. Let me go on board with McLennan. It's a lot closer than it looks when you're in the cockpit, isn't it? And that is Schmidt, though he lost some place there. And these guys are catching up to Frank and Langlois. So this is going to be a great battle. So now Coulomb is stuck in the middle here. There he is. He's trying to get ahead of Frank, and he's got to hold off McLennan at the same time. Let's see if he can make it stick here without getting McLennan passing him. Oh, McLennan had it over speed. I think he got some wheel slip on the exit there, so he fell behind by quite a bit. Oh, no, he went into the pits. Where are we? 22 minutes. That's a bit early for McLennan to be in the pits. Oh, you know, I think what happened, he lost it and just decided to go into the pits because he lost it on that corner because he's going to pit later. Again, it looks like. Oh, where was I? Let me get back to here. All right, so that was an interesting battle. So I think what happened, well, let's just go to McLennan here. I bet you that's what happened. Let's back up a bit. So that's interesting. Watch what happens to him. He has some oversteer here on this corner. So much so. I don't know if that was he might have had a drive-through. I'm not sure what's going on there. Interesting. Looked like it was a controlled entry. All right, let's just do a recap here. Ooh, there's some excitement right there. So a recap, John Saunders is still in the lead now. He's got a 3-second lead over Steve Young. Great job on him. Battle down here with between Howells and Poilo. In silver, we've got Zimmer way ahead of Britos, who's 5 seconds ahead of the second place in platinum. Ooh, Brad Mears was really close to. What happened here? He passed Santos at some point. Let's go back and watch. There he is. That is Santos on Brad Mears. He's going to pass him at some point here. Or no, so Santos on Britos. But I thought I saw a pass happening there. Well, maybe I'm mistaken. Sorry about that. Let me see here. Yeah, there. Something did happen. Brad did pass Santos. So let's go back here. That is Mears. Where is Santos? Ah, can't find Santos. Let me find Santos. And go back. I want to find this pass. Is that Britos ahead of him? Yeah, so let's just keep going until we find that gray car behind him. Okay, who's ahead? I hate this replay mode. Can never find out what's going on. So Mears does get ahead of. No, still behind him. See, I give up. I give up. Sorry, guys. So hard to catch live action in this replay mode. There's a grouping with LaFrance and Howard. Have we got anybody on the stream? Somebody watching? Say hello in the chat. Probably Frank. Frank likes to watch these midfield madnesses, so I thought maybe that might be him. All right, where have we got some battles going on? Brian Banks is trying to chase down his buddy in Edmonton here. We got to get together, you guys, one of these days. Have a coffee together. We're all back from our winter homes or whatever. So that is Brian on Richard. Let's follow this one for a while because these two guys just love battling it out with each other. Not in the same class, but similar times sometimes. Brian Banks is a great place in his category. Or is he in silver? I think of where Brian. Oh, Brian is in bronze. Where is Brian in the standings? Yeah, Brian Banks is in second place. So he is possibly up there for a promotion. So let's see how these two guys do. Both Ferraris, both Porsche owners, and they're driving Ferraris. Look at that. No brand loyalty, these two guys. Oh, Banks did not have a great corner there, but on the other hand, Richard went into the grass. Let's get on board with Banks here. Oh, that's quite a bit of ground to make up. Let's see if he makes any of it up on this corner. All right, we'll follow that one later. But up ahead here, that Ellis on leader. That's not for position, but a nice battle nevertheless. I think we're going to end up with some. Where are we in this time? Oh yeah, we're 25. We're going to end up with a whole bunch of different spots here for because people have taken pit stops and others. That's leader ahead of him. And see, now we've got Ken Schmidt, who's probably hasn't pitted yet. So we're going to end up with a whole bunch of stuff. So that's what's happening now. Let's go to the top of the board here. Lost my mouse for some reason. There we go. Let's at the top here to see what anything's changed. So these two guys probably have not pitted. So maybe we'll follow this for a while. We got 3 laps to go before it looks like Steve pits. That's quite a. He's going to go a little deep. Let's see where John Saunders pits. John Saunders is going to pit in a couple of laps. So I'm going to jump ahead here because the pit stops really make a mess of standing. So I'm going to jump ahead to when to when John Saunders pits. So it should be coming up here. That's Steve behind him in the green. So let's just follow this pit strategy with these guys. We got 3 watching. Oh, hi, Willie. How are you? You had to go to church and you're just home. Okay. That's a valid excuse. You had a great race, it seems. So there he goes. There goes Saunders. And it looks like he has quite a long stop. If I'm looking at his lap time there, I have a feeling he's going to come out behind. So I wonder what happened here. He did not get any damage. Let's just watch what happens here. Boom. Okay. He had a fairly good stop there. Now let's see. So now Steve Young is in the lead, and he is going to pit next lap. Yeah, I think, Willie, you had a pretty good race, didn't you? Okay, here we go. This is Steve Young. And I think he's going to come out ahead. Because it looks like he has quite a bit shorter pit stop. Now these guys are going to get into some traffic, I'm sure. Let's watch another view. There's a better view. We are at what time here? 30 minutes into the race, but that includes the other lap. So that's probably about 27 or so minutes into the race. Because that time, I think, includes the... and this is where Steve goes in. Let's see where he comes out. Right here. There he goes. Oh, he's followed by Frank. Frank's going to race him down pit lane. Come on, Frank. That's the leader of the race in there. Let's see where Steve comes out with respect to Santos. Or not Santos, but... there he goes. Oh, that's a terrible view. That's a better view. Where he comes out with respect to John Saunders. So where is John? Ooh, that was me. I slowed down a little bit that was me that caused him to have a little bit of a brown moment. So where is John Saunders in the spot here? Saunders. Why can't I find him? Way down here. He's in 19th place. Oh no, it just got updated. Where is Saunders? Let's go back. Driver behind here. Saunders had some issue. He's back here in the 18th place. I'm going to let's see what happened here. There's Saunders coming out of the pits. He's behind Jeremy. I went back quite a bit here, guys, just to see what happened in terms of the lead here. So he's in 16th at this point. I just don't understand why he ended up so far behind Steve Young. Well, maybe those guys are all haven't pitted yet, but it's hard to see where he is with respect to Steve. He's back down in 19th place here. But where is he with respect to Steve? So no issues there that I can see. Huh. All right, let's go back to Steve Young. See, he shows in third at this point. I am mystified here. It's just a long pit stop, I guess, on the part of John Saunders. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. Oh, take a peek. Oh, you know what? I want to go for my own edification here. I'm going to go on board with him and see what I did wrong in letting him go by. That's me in the BMW up ahead. So I'm going to oh, that's the problem. See, I laid up on the throttle right when he was exiting the corner. So that was not good. I kind of surprised him a little bit, I think. I let up here. Oh, that's why I looked like I was going inside and I didn't. Sorry about that, Steve. So I believe Steve is actually going to be leading the race. I'm going to jump ahead quite a bit here because there's still a lot of people haven't pitted. All right, so let's do a recap here at the 30th minute. Change the view here. So we have got, there we go, now we got it going. Steve Young is in first place. Let's just see how much of a lead. He has a 13-second lead on the second place platinum guy. Wow. Now Ponoff and Howells are right at it. Let's just stick with this for a second. That is should be Steve Howell's right in front of him. Yes, let's hold on with this one. We'll do our recap of the standings in a second. And is that Paulo right behind him? Yes. Oh, there we go. This is a great battle for second, third, and fourth place. We are going to hold on. Let's just, I'm just going to do a pause here for a second. We're going to watch that battle. Now let's just see where everybody else ended up. Zimmer looks like he's in first place in the silver category, up quite a bit, maybe 12, 15 seconds on Thomas Rainier, who's in second, and he's got a 4-second lead over Brito, so that's our silver category. In the bronze, we've got Joaquim Rodriguez. He is up by 12 seconds on Brian Banks, who's in second place, who's got a 3-second lead over you, Willie. Way to go, Willie. Who else is on there? Oh, John, you had a Fanatec problem. Thanks for being on the stream. Oh, that was unfortunate. You should have came out ahead, yes. First time you raced on that track, Willie, so it likes you and you like it. All right, so Willie is in third place here, but he's closely followed by Jean-Marie. So there's quite a good battle for third place that we'll watch here, right? Willie is only a few seconds ahead. No, that's Obando ahead of him. But Jean-Marie is only not that far behind, so he's got Obando's in the sandwich there. All right, so let's go back here for a little while to this grouping. After that recap, so everybody should be on have done their pit stops. So this is one to watch. So this is for second place in the category. Oh, there's going to be some traffic. That's me up ahead. I've had a terrible spot. Had a terrible pit stop also, so I'm going to see what I can do here. Oh, go up one more. I'm going to let these guys all go by. I think that's me in the BMW right here. Good job, Mikey. I had to go on the grass a little bit, but I'll let everybody by without further problems. The problem was I could not see who was behind me in position, so I just let everybody go by. Let's get on board here with Merche for a bit. Whoa, through those chicane. If you take some risks, you can get it. Let's see if Merche is going to take a late break. He did late break. Didn't have the inside track, though. A little bit too much speed into that corner. Let's see what he does here. Oh, this is nicely done on the part of all three of these guys. There we go. They're going to run into some traffic later. Let us see, where was that other battle? Right here. Frobridge, Howard, and Jeremy's not that far behind. These guys have been at it all day. We've got Saunders in behind them trying to make up some time. Saunders is in 15th right now. That Saunders just appeared in view. So that's one, and we've got this battle right here. I'll go to the middle guy, leader. Leader. Right there, or how are we doing here? So that is Jean-Marie behind him, and that is Obando ahead, and Obando is still between Willie and leader. So Willie is not going to let Obando go by because he's protecting him right now, isn't he, from the other guys? Let me see what's going on in the chat. You know what? I can move this over here. Hang on. See if I can move this. Oh yeah, look at that. I just did something there. I don't think you guys can see this, but Willie says I really get nervous during a race. Well, you just got to relax, okay? Just got to relax. You'll get it. You'll get it. Doing very well today. Where are you? Right there. You're leading that pack. We're on board with you right here. There we go. No need to get nervous. You're up there with the big guys now. Look at that. Anything exciting happening at the back here? Not really. Let's go back to the top. Has there been a change? Not really, although Merche is still hounding Steve Howells. Get a better view here. There's a better view. Love the new livery on Merche's car. Marlboro. Should be Marlboro lights. He's advertising with cigarettes. I don't know if that's allowed in a lot of leagues. I know it's not allowed in some professional leagues. There's some traffic happening. That is, not sure who that is in the shell. I'll figure it out right now because he did a very good job. That is Richard Coulomb. Very good job of letting the traffic through for these guys who are leading. That's what I was afraid of, not being able to see who was leading. I didn't want to affect anybody's race ahead of me, so I just let everybody by. But we had some fun later on. Kevin Torrance and I in the third place. So I'm going to see that. See Kevin Torrance. Going to jump to that for a bit. There's Kevin in a M6, and I'm in an M4. We had a lot of fun racing each other. I'll show that one later near the end because it was a pretty exciting finish for us. Oh, Obando went off. He was very close. Let's see here what has happened. Let's get on board with him. He's trying to get by Willie. You're right to be nervous, Willie, in this spot because he's right up your tail. But look at this beautiful line there. A little bit of a slip, and he went off by. You had a little slip, and that maybe affected him a little bit. So now we've got some excitement because, and leader went off. Willie, you had such an easy time of it. Look at that. Let me back up for a second here. What happened? I'm going to get to the top view here. Oh, that's what happened. Leader got a little nervous, maybe, right here. Let's see here. Because the leader was right behind him. So he was trying to figure out a way of letting Saunders, was it, go by? Oh, and he got bumped. Who was that ahead of him? That is, Jean-Marie Glolo. Where am I here? Who's that? Let me quickly peek, go back a second here, see who that problem was with. Pause? Who is that behind them? Yeah, that is Jean-Marie. Let's just watch what Jean-Marie saw. And Jean-Marie is actually, this is a battle for position, isn't it? Leader and Groslo. Let's see what happened here. There's Groslo. Oh, just a late break or early break on Neil's part. And it looks like Groslo is going to let him come back. Yeah, he's going to let him go by because he realized he made a mistake. That's McLennan back there. I don't know if Leader's going to make it back. So what does that do to your position there, Willie? You've got Obando back behind you. Nope, you've got McLennan going to be up your butt in a minute. There we go. Now it's all settled. So you've got Willie sitting in third place on the podium there. McLennan's not in his class behind them. Shannon, who is the last guy? Oh, Willie, you've got a huge lead now, a 5 or 6 second lead. All right, so that's not a big deal. Okay, where are we? Merche and Howells are still at it. And Novace is not far behind, but they've got lots of traffic to worry about coming up ahead. Let's just see what happens here. I don't like that view. There we go. So yeah, there's going to be some traffic ahead. That is Howells, and ahead of Howells is Caballero. All right, so let's see how these two guys get through this traffic. Or 3 guys, I should say. Those 3 red cars are all in contention for the podium. Where are we in lap? We are in lap 26 of 35. Body slammed. Yeah, you got a little bit of a body slam there. Lost my chat. I had chat up on the screen, but I'd lost it again. Let's see. I'm just waiting here for Steve to catch up with the traffic. Here he goes. Now we're going to have it. That is the Mustang. Did a good job there. No effect. Great job. Who is that? That is Hugo. Way to go, Hugo. So now we've got Paul Novace is closest to Merche. Everybody's getting very good. I just got to say on the stream here, everybody's getting very good with blue flags. because they're not affecting the front runners too much. And I got to say, the front runners are being a little bit more patient than they used to be in terms of waiting for that guy ahead to let them through. So that's a good job. Okay, these guys have spread out a little bit. Let's find some other action. Oh, here's some action. Brad Mears on Holmes. That's big time action here. Got the Ferrari into an Audi. There's only one Audi, I think. Brad is the only, or Craig? Yes. Craig Holmes is the only guy driving an Audi, if I'm not mistaken, yep. In the championship this year. And he is being hounded by a Lamborghini. Not that many Lamborghinis, although Steve's driving a Lamborghini. Let's just follow this one through. Great job here. Yeah, hi Brian, you're on the stream. Got to join. Glad you can join. Yeah, that McKay, so slow, isn't he? Held you up big time. I'll go back to that in a minute. Oh yeah. He's 8 seconds behind you right now. Oh, this is a great battle. They both go off here a little bit. Sorry, I don't know all the names of the corners. I was very close to Olden Park. I tried to convince my... Oh, look at this! Here we go! Here we go, side by side. And it looks like Mears gets ahead. Jeez, he went really... Is that a change in position? Oh, I'm missing something here. I'm missing something. I'm going to go back and watch it. I had my... So that is Holmes. And he just goes by. It looks like Paulo just let him go. Oh, sorry. What's going on here? That's traffic. What am I missing? That's Mears. That's Holmes. Did I miss something? I'm confused again. Senior moment. Very tough. That was that pass was for some traffic, I guess. Where am I? Merche and Paulo. You can see Merche there. Merche is right up on Howells. Still can't get by him. You cannot get by him. Some battle going on here. Throwbridge on Britos. And this is a battle, a big battle here. This is a battle for third place in silver. I just missed that. We're going to follow this guy's and pretty good. So that is Britos right up ahead in a white car. Let's just do a better view here. That is Britos there, and who's he got ahead of him? He's got Howard. So this is for second, third, and fourth. We got to follow this one big time, and we'll follow the Merche Howells situation also. I'll get a better view here. These guys zooming by this fixed camera. I just love that view. All right, let's get rid of that view now. What view am I going to use? We've got, I'm not watching the wrong guys here. There we go. There's the view. So Britos, that's Howard up ahead in the black car. That is Throwbridge right behind him. Jeremy's not far behind, and Zimmer's not far behind. So this silver battle is huge. Huge. They're all vying for position. Throwbridge is the one that's the closest. Let's just watch what he does here. Oh, he went wide. All these guys are all battling for position. We're going to stick with this one for a while. I'm sure there's going to be some issues here. Quickly watching Paunoff, though. Merche there is right up against them. Sorry for flipping around here. But these guys are all in it to win it. In it to win it. And some traffic up ahead. That's me there in the blue car up ahead. I hope I don't wreck this whole battle either. That's a blue flag for me, I believe. That is Jeremy. There is Zimmer. Jeremy just got ahead of Zimmer somehow. How did he do that? Hang on. Did I'm going to miss? Jeremy get ahead of Zimmer. There's Jeremy's ahead still. Jeremy's ahead. Oh, maybe there was no pass there. He's been ahead all along. Okay, sorry. Sorry for doing this for you guys, but I just love watching passes. So there's Zimmer. We are going to hit that. And I want to get ahead to see these guys going through the traffic. That is me in the blue car up ahead. And Throwbridge is right on Britos' tail. And I see that happening. So I hope I don't wreck anybody's race here. Let's get the car ahead. So let's watch this one. This battle happening. Okay, Mikey, don't screw this up for these guys. Woo! Throwbridge almost hit Britos there. Mikey, you should let them all pass right there. There we go. Okay, I'm going to let them all by now. There we go. So it did not affect it too much. Who's that ahead? Oh, that's Kevin Torrance there, ahead of these guys. Oh, there's Zimmer trying to get ahead. He got ahead of Jeremy there through that corner. Let's just back that one up a little bit. Ooh, looks like some excitement there. There's the pass by Zimmer. Ooh, and somebody forgot who that was ahead. And Jeremy gets by him. They're bumping. There's some door bumping going on there. I think that guy in the blue is a back marker, and Zimmer got lost out on that battle big time. That's Saunders, I think, going through. So that was a big... let's just go back and watch that again. So let me pause it right here. I'm on with Zimmer. Who? What? Yeah, okay. Sorry, guys. I got a breakfast. I got a breakfast invitation. All right, so this is Zimmer, and that is Terry Throwbridge. So these guys are all for battle. So it looks like Throwbridge had a bit of a wiggle there. Sorry, I got my wife. So this is not a back marker thing. Just go back and see how this all conspired. All right, let me just do a quick pick here. So that's Zimmer. Ahead of Zimmer is Jeremy, Throwbridge, Britos, and that 201 is Howard. So these guys there's no back markers here at all. Wow. All right, let's just watch this one go through again. Maybe I'll slow it down a little bit too, because it's pretty exciting. This has got to be the closest race I've seen in a long time. So here we go. Yeah, it's a little too slow. So Zimmer gets on the inside. And then, let me back that up again first slightly. Let me back that up. This is where the whole affair happens. Back it up again. Slow it down a little bit. There's Zimmer. Oh, there was let's go back there again. That was the first incident. There is the... So Zimmer catches up to Jeremy, and Britos and Howard get into it. So that causes Jeremy to go left a little bit. Now Zimmer, they're basically stopped here. Zimmer gets on the throttle earlier. He gets the inside on Jeremy. Now he's going after Throwbridge. And Throwbridge has another problem. It gets a little tap from Zimmer. And now Jeremy has the advantage. He's on the inside. A little tap with Zimmer. That gets Zimmer an advantage. And they both go after Terry. Oh, Terry gets hit. And Zimmer loses out on the whole battle. Wow. That is very cool. Where am I? Where am Jeremy there? Now Jeremy and Throwbridge are at it, and Jeremy is in the lead at this point. Let's just get back to... That's a fun spot. And Throwbridge got the inside track. These are all for position. Now behind them is Saunders. Wow, what an interesting sequence. Love it. All right, so where did that all end up? Britos is in third place now. Jeremy is behind him, and Throwbridge is behind him, and Saunders is catching up to all these guys. Holy smokes, that was exciting. And I'm following all this behind. That was me behind in that blue BMW. Oh my God, where am I? Lord, my Lord, my Lord, where am I? I am Kevin Torrance and I should be close near the end. For some reason they're not. We're not. Oh, because Torrance is stuck in the middle of some of this pack. He is going to have to let all these guys through at some point. There's Saunders trying to desperately get back some places from being in the lead. And as he said on the stream, he had some Fanatec problems. Good old Fanatec. Oh my God. Well, let's go back to the top. After all that, what do we got going up here? We've got Paulo, not very far from. Oops, there we go. That is Merche there, and Merche is not that far behind Steve Howell. So let's just watch this one for a while. We've only got 2 or 3 laps to go. Fine, there's the camera from the top. Ooh, look at that. Geez, looks like Paulo is having connection. Look at the way his car's jumping. That usually indicates that he's having connection problems, and that is the game. Is that his ACC trying to interpolate for him? Or either that, or I'm just mistaken. Oh, everybody's jostling around there now. Let me try changing that view. That's better. Let's just take a look at what it looks like from Paulo's point of view. Oh, there's a... Oh, let's get back here. What happened? What happened there? Oh, that is just some... Oh, looks like Merche has a drive-through. Merche has a drive-through penalty. That is for... That where he... Oh, wow, that was huge. Huge. That must have been for track 3 track violations, which is very easy to do here. So that's a big deal. So now it's for second place here in the Platinum Division. It's Paulo and Steve Howells, but they're quite far behind. So what is happening in our other friends here? Let's just take a quick peek. I'm going to pause it here so I don't... I'm going to pause it to take a quick peek here. So we've got Thomas Rainier in the lead in the silver, quite a lead over Terry Howard. I'm going to let it go a little bit longer. Just going to go 5 seconds here. Still showing Howard way ahead of Britos. And Throwbridge and Jeremy, Saunders, and Zimmer are all still in a pack. In the bronze category, we've got Rodriguez way ahead, 10 seconds plus ahead of Brian Banks in second. And third place, Willie is still hanging in there in third place. And he's got a 7-second lead over Grolo. All right, let's go back to live action. Where will we pick it up? We will pick it up right here with Terry Throwbridge, and that is Danny Britos ahead of him. And this is for third place, the last place on the podium. Let me just take a quick peek here at where... there we go. Britos is only a second behind Terry Howard, who's in third place. Back here, we've got Jeremy, who's being hounded by Saunders. I would expect that Jeremy would see that Saunders is not in his class and not battle too much there, because Zimmer is right behind. Oh, either that or he's going to he's going to hold off Zimmer. So it's going to be interesting to see if Jeremy lets Saunders get by, or is he going to let him stay between him and Zimmer? Interesting. Let's just go up ahead a little bit. So there's Terry right there in the middle, and that is Britos ahead of him. That looks like the big battle right here. You got a better view. That's the better view right there. I love this button that I've got set up for anybody who does reviews. Set up a button for car ahead and car behind. I forget what the keyboard characters are for that, but it helps. That's what I'm hitting here, is button ahead and button behind. Car ahead, car behind for all these battles. What is happening back here? Anything within the same... that's leader on Grollo, I believe. second, 2 seconds behind. Well, this is the battle that we're getting close to the end of the race here. Oh yeah, here we go. I'll go back to that one later because we're near the end of the race. So how we go? Kevin Torrance and I had a great last corner. I'm going to go back to that. So let's just go here and make sure we can see the battles that happen. There's a good battle between these three guys again. So we're just going to stay with Terry for the last lap or so of the race. Let me get the overhead view. Oh, that was what was the over? Ah, keep hitting it. Sorry for. There we go. This is the overhead view. We'll follow these guys right through to the end because this is the last lap. So these three guys are battling for position. Jeremy's only a little bit behind, and he's going to stay ahead of. So these three guys, yep, put it in the middle, are battling for the second, third, and fourth. Look at that. So Terry tried to get through Britos there, not working, but Britos is getting on to Howard now. Look at this. There is Britos on Howard. What are they going to do in the last corner? This might be the last corner. I hope I get the whole race here. So, sometimes does not catch the whole race. And we got one more lap to go. I hope I catch the last lap. Jeez, it's so close. I'm afraid I'm not going to. Looks like Saunders is just going to hang in there and not worry about these guys. So this is the last lap for these guys, I'm sure, and I have a feeling I'm going to lose it. I always, there, look at that. Britos is on Howard's tail. I'm going to go into Britos' driver view. Oh, there we go, right here. Oh, it's Terry Throwbridge on Britos. I keep saying Britos is the guy behind. I should know that. His colors. Oh, shit. I hate this about ACC. What happened is I'm behind. I'm a lap behind, so it won't record anymore. I've got it on record for 2 hours, and it still doesn't happen. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is give you a rundown of what happens. Well, here, I can tell you right now what happens between Throwbridge and Britos. Britos ends up in Throwbridge ends up in third place, so he passes Britos, and I don't see where Danny ends up in the standings. He's so far behind that he didn't show up. All right, let me get rid of that, and I'll put it back to my wonderful mug. All right, sorry guys, I could not catch the end of that race, but I'll just give you a rundown of what happened. John Saunders won the race. No, sorry. Steve Young won the race, as we know. In second place was Paulo Noves, and third place was Steve Howells. Now, standing-wise, huge issue. So at the end now, because John Saunders ended up in 9th place in silver, he lost big-time ground to Brad Mears, who ended up in 4th. So now the standing is 333 points for John, 304 for Brad, and in third place still is 280 for Steve Young, but he made up a lot of ground. Oh, sorry, what happened here? 280. Why did he end up with so few points? He was quickly. I must have did my math wrong here. He must have 328. I think I did my math wrong where he was before. Oh, no. Steve Young made up huge ground. Huge ground. He has 328 points where he had 280 before. So he was way back in third place, but now he's right up there with these guys. So let me review the standings. First place, John Saunders, 352. Second place, Brad Mear with 337. Third place, Steve Young with 328. So Steve has a chance at second place next week. 50 points up for grabs. In the silver category, we had a change in the lead. Remember, Daniel Britos was ahead, so that was a big race there for Daniel, Terry, and McLennan. So Daniel Britos ended up in third place in the race. Who won the race? Just Thomas Rainier won the race, followed by, I don't see the second place guy. Who was second? Terry Howard. So Terry's not on the big long list here. So Terry Howard ended up in second probably. But let's just go to the standings. So Danielle was in second place. He jumps into first place with 303 points with his third place finish. And McLennan who was in third place, who was in first place last week, he finished in 10th, so he ends up in second place now with 267 points. So this silver category just tightened up. Pucker time. Danielle Britos is in first place with 303, and McLennan is in second place with 284. So he got knocked out, and he's now 20 points behind plus. So that's huge. He's 19 points behind. In third place still, but with a lot closer to second place, is Terry Throwbridge. He's got 272 points, so he's only 12 points behind. So that's going to be very interesting for the last race of the year next week. In the bronze category, things tightened up there also. Neil Leader, who finished fifth, the race tightened up with Brian Banks, who finished in second. So Neil Leader's got a 347. He's only got a 33-point lead over Brian Banks in second place. So Brian can pull off a championship here if he does a good job. In third place still, so that third place is not up for grabs. Second place is not up for grabs. We have Eric Langlois with 240 points, closely followed by Richard Coulombe with 233 points. Only 7 points separating there. In fifth place is Frank with 227. He finished in eighth place, but he is only 6 points behind fourth. And Kevin Torrance is quite a ways back in sixth. So what happened to the standings? We had Frank drop one place to Richard Coulombe. So Richard overtook Frank there in this race, but they were still very close together, only 6 points separating them. So anyway, that is the story for GT3 Championship. Next week is going to be important, very important for all these standings. Willie has a little point on the made a point on the chat. Britos gift winnings for silver. Yep. Anyway, yeah, there'll be some changes for next year in terms of who was in which category. But anyway, for the championship, there's some big changes going to be happening in especially the silver category. Anyway, we'll see you again next week. You guys follow along because next week's race has some significant implications in the standings. Well, bye for now. It was a pleasure spending an hour plus with you, and we'll see you next week for Midfield Madness